internet, it doesn't really matter which type of computer that you are on. So we're going to go to dashplatform.com. Up in the upper right hand corner, we're going to hit dash login. And then it's going to give you this screen, which is going to show the Dash console. The company is TPC. The username would be your username. Most of us are first initial, last name, and then your password. Go ahead and sign in. And it's going to pull up our cash register page here. All right. From there, we're going to go up to the top, along the top navigator bar, and this is the search tool for customers. And under that, you see there's a search for existing customers and then a create a new customer. So we're going to go ahead and create. All right. It starts off with this screen. We're going to put first name in. And last name, have them down as a participant, and click next. All right, now the next page comes up, and it's done a search on our existing database to make sure that we do not have an existing customer with that name. It's going to let us know if there's anybody that's similar or close. We don't want to create a duplicate customer profile if we already have somebody with that name in the system. So because we don't, go ahead and hit create, and then it's going to ask us for the birth date. So we'll just put in a random birth date, year first, then month and date, and click next. And then we're going to have some more detailed information that we need to enter. And this information you should be getting from the liability release form that the customer has already filled out. So you're going to take this information directly from that form and enter it in to the system, city, state, zip. Everything with a red star is going to be required information. If there are additional numbers, certainly fill them into each of these categories, but if they don't list them, the single number that they've put is fine. We're going to confirm that the birth date is correct. Select the gender. We're going to enter an email address. If they have 2 email addresses that they've entered in or that they'd like to have on file, you can enter a second email address in this area. And you can leave everything else the same here. Now, if this is a customer that will be signing up for a membership or anything that's going to require payment information to be kept on file, the first thing you're going to do is hit save. All right, and obviously there's a step I forgot, which was the gender selection. So it tells me up at the top that I need to go ahead and fix that. I'm going to come down and hit save. All right, and now it pulls up the completed profile with all information. Now, important that you would wait until you saved all of this information before you come down and enter payment information for them. If you were to begin to enter the payment information in this area before you save that profile info that you entered on that last screen, and then you hit save here, it would not save all this information. So make sure that you save the profile information first, and then once we're into their complete profile, you can enter that payment information. If it is a member, again, on the billing information, the bill date is going to be the closest day on a 5th day scale here after what the current day is. That's when their card will actually be billed. So I believe today is the 23rd, so the 25th would be the bill date that we would select. We have to enter a value in the credit limit area, so we just put 1.0, and then you will enter the complete credit card number in this field. No spaces, no dashes, just that 16-digit number all the way through, and then the expiration date under that, and you'll hit save. And that will save their payment information to their profile. All right. Now, in this area, we have the option to purchase a membership. But more importantly, the first thing we would do is come down to the waiver section here and add a waiver. So we're going to click on that, add a paper waiver, and it's going to give us the option here based on the date of today to add this paper waiver. It's important that we note and that we show that there's an existing waiver on file in this area. If there's not one, which obviously there won't be with a new customer, you need to add the waiver. So you hit that add paper waiver, and then you'll click on it where it says add waiver below once the date is displayed. Now, if they've signed it on a previous date, you can actually edit the date here to illustrate that that was actually signed and dated on a different day than the day that we're actually on. Okay. Along the right-hand side, going back to the top, we have the option to buy memberships. And in order to add a membership, you must come to the customer profile. There is not a cash register option to be able to buy a membership. So you have to come to a customer profile and select the options from here. And when I click on this buy, it's going to give us a list of all the options for the membership. Here, kind of came in on me a little bit here. Let's see if we can take it back out. Let's go back to our actual size. And the memberships are listed. The ones that are important for you are everything that's listed with 2014 or the year, as we'll adjust this in 2015, and above. So you will only use memberships that are listed 2014 or above. These are your selections. All memberships that are listed below this point are for administrative purposes. So none of our desk staff will be using any of those. So be sure to select the correct membership from this list above here. All right, now below the memberships, close that out. There we go. All right, we have some other options. There's a note section, and this is an area where we can add a different type of note. The notes are relative to things that have gone on with the customer. If they've made a phone call or if they've made an inquiry, we can make a note that's going to show up. This person would like information on memberships. Okay, and we can select it to be a normal note where it will show up on the right-hand side. We can select it to be a special note where it will show up above the customer's profile. You can see that up here, and so it's just highlighted in blue and yellow on the side to let us know that it's higher priority. There will also at times be notes up here that are in different colors. Red, for one, will be information about payment information being bad, a credit card that is bad. Any notes that are up here in a profile, it's very important that you read those when you open the customer's profile for instructions that may be coming from Carrie or any of our other staff. All right, so we can go ahead and delete this special note. Below the notes, we have check-ins. So we, whenever a customer shows up to participate in an activity, we're going to note a check-in in their profile. So we simply have to click the check-in button there, and it is going to add a check-in for the moment in time that you click that button. So it's very important for us to be able to track that the customer has been in and is participating on that day, and this will create a running list of all the days that they've participated in activities. All right. I think finally, if we want to create a task associated with this customer, we can come over to the Tasked button and create a task that will be directed. For example, if this customer has purchased a new membership, and part of our procedure for the new memberships are to send a task to Carrie, you would come over to the tasks under that customer, hit create, and this gives you the screen where you're going to go ahead and create that task. One of our options is a new membership added. You will assign that task to Carrie, and once you start to type her name, it will populate. You can add notes that any special details about the membership. and then go ahead and save that task, and that will automatically put that in Carrie's queue and send her an email. It will also, then you will be notified via email and in your tasks, in your user, when that task has been completed by the person that it was assigned to. Okay. All right, so I think that should take us pretty much through the initial setup of a customer and the utilization of all of the information on the right-hand side. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let myself or Carrie or Alex or any of the rest of our staff know, and we're happy to help you. You can also refer to the employee handbook to get information regarding any of these tasks.